Srinivas sir, hello.
Yeah, I've logged in.
Okay, sir. Actually, yesterday you asked about the any one example of like categories of functions, like where we can really understand one application level. So I have written one program.
Yeah.
Uh, actually,
Okay.
it was in my mind yesterday. Suddenly I didn't get. So today afternoon I have written. So just I'll open that program. Let's try to understand.
Oh, okay. Sure. That will be helpful.
Okay. Okay. So this is the program. Actually, if we go through the logic of this program, it may take some more time because I have not designed the logic. Because if it was offline class, I have to written on the board directly. So it will occupy some space on the board as well as on the computer screen. So and it will take some time to design the tracing in, especially in PC. So just I want to explain about the one of the category of the function. So where we can apply this logic. So that is, so this program is used to find the LCM and GCD of two numbers, lowest common multiple and greatest common divisor or greatest common factor (GCF), what we have learnt in mathematics. This program actually, if we consider the categories of functions, so we are sending the arguments. Okay, okay. So I have written subfunction first, then main function. Just a minute. Okay, fine. So subfunction, that is LCM GCD function first, then afterwards main function I have written. So we can write in this way also. So first subfunctions, then main function. So program execution starts from main function. So when we look at the main function, so there is a function call here, that is LCM GCD. I have written in capital letters. It is an identifier. We can write in capital letter. So this is a function. LCM GCD is a function apart from the subfunction. Okay. So when program control comes to this line, so it is transferred to the function LCM GCD here. Okay. And if you observe in the function call, so here I will write in a comment so that you will understand. So it is the function call where program control will transfer from main function to LCM GCD function. So if you observe this function call, we are sending arguments, that is m comma n. So two values we are sending. That means function with arguments here. Okay. And when we look at the program, so this LCM GCD complete program. So at the last line, so we have not written return statement here. Okay. Return any value in that way we are not written. So that means we are not sending any value back to the main function. So if you look at this data type, so I have written void here. So you look at the return type here. So void means nothing. When we are not sending any value from the function, so we have to write it as void. Okay. So if you don't write void also, it is understood we are not sending any value, but we may get a warning that function should return a value. So for that reason, we have to write void. Okay. So after all the job is done from this function, it will not send any value back to the calling function because here we are calculating two values, GCD and LCM, greatest common divisor and lowest common multiple. So this is the logic for that. So after calculating the values, that is GCD and LCM, we have two values to be sent for the calling function. But return statement allows one value at a time. If you are writing return statement, so it will allow one value at a time. Here comes a question like we can write two return statement. We have two values, two return statement. But if you write two return statement, only one return statement will work because see, for example, if I write return of GCD, okay, and return, return of LCM. So if we write like this, when program control comes to the first return statement, it is transferred to the main function, then second return statement will not work. So if you're writing first return of LCM, then return of GCD, in that case also same thing. When it comes to the first return statement, program control will be transferred to the calling function, second return statement will not work, because once program control is transferred to the main function, again we cannot get back the program control. So if we write again GCD LCM function call, it starts working from the first. So whenever we use return statement, we will send one value at a time, and only one return statement we will write it. Okay. So for that reason, what I have done, so in this function only we can print both the values. So LCM is equals to LCM, GCD is equals to GCD. So this is function with arguments but no return values. So let us execute this program. So first value I will give 12, next value I will give 24, because for calculating LCM GCD we require two values, minimum two values. So LCM is equals to 24, GCD equals to 12. So now right now let us not worry about the tracing and calculation of LCM GCD, because it takes more time. So just this program, from this program what we can understand is like function with arguments but no return value. So one application, that's all. Okay. So let me move back to the Word document. So you got it, sir? Srinivas, sir? Hello?
1 second.
Ah,
Yeah. In the starting, you have mentioned as INT.
where, sir?
Okay. I mean that is for saying like it should be written right. INT, GCD, LCM.
Int, GCD, and LCM. It is a global variable. Those two are global variables. Still, we have to discuss about global variables.
1 second. 1 second.
Ah,
Okay. I heard someone tapping the door, so I okay. Sorry for this. Int. No, you in the beginning you have given us integer, right? For GCD and LCM, you
yeah.
said it's a non-written value that we are sending it, and we have
No,
written
no, no, sir.
void.
This is not a function.
How does that?
This is a variable. So we can declare this even inside also. Uh,
Oh, okay.
those are not those. That is not a function. Those two are variables. Capital letter LCM
Okay.
GCD is a function.
Okay. Okay.
Ah. So today while sending a recorded video, I will send this notepad file, LCMGCD.
Okay. Yeah, that will be helpful.
Okay, fine.
It
So
may take because of too many number of lines here. It may take a little time for me to grasp the whole sequence,
yes, yes.
how it is working. But anyway, I got the gist of it. It's good. Thank you so much.
Okay. So the thing is, like when we have learned about if condition, while condition, and a little bit about functions, then I hope so you people can trace this program. You can take one paper and pen and just take some values for m and n, so you people can trace this program. Okay. So now let us move back to. Okay. Okay, yesterday we have come across the four categories of functions. So we were at the last category. So after that, so I think directly, so I explained this use of functions. So before that, some concepts are there. Let us discuss. Okay. 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 So there is a definition for function prototype. So function prototype is a declaration of a function which includes return type, okay, followed by the function name and arguments. So function prototype is a declaration of a function which includes return type followed by the function name and arguments. The return type and arguments are optional. Okay. So here, declaration means, the word declaration means, like, in English also, if we say like declare. So when we use this word declare, when we are deciding something, if at all, if I say declare holiday tomorrow, that means before before we come across the holiday the very next day, first we have to decide it. So declare, decision making here, decide. Okay. So similarly in programming language, before we use variables, we have to declare. That means in future in this program we are using this variable, so for so and so purpose. That means first we have to declare. So how will we declare variables? Means like writing int a or int b. In this way we will declare the variables, right? Similarly for functions also, before writing complete function, so complete function in the sense like, okay, so if I write int, just a minute. So if I write int sum with opening parenthesis and closing parenthesis, then I write this one. So this is called complete function. Okay, that is function definition. Function with the body, function header, and with an opening brace and closing brace, what all the things we write, it is called function body. So it includes both signature and body. But if I want to declare this function, okay, so this is a definition. So you just understand the difference between declaration and definition. So if I tell definition, that means complete thing. Okay, so this is completing what we are writing. So signature and function body. So if I want to declare this function, so what I have to do, just to take the first line of the function, that is header. Okay, write it and put semicolon. So this is a declaration. Okay. The difference between function signature and function declaration or prototype here is only semicolon. Okay, that means if I write this first line, that is function signature with semicolon, that is nothing but prototype, or we can say declaration. Okay, so you just look at this definition. Function prototype is a declaration of a function which includes, so which includes return type followed by the function name and arguments. Okay, if you look at the signature also, same thing, return type is there, function name is there, and if at all if arguments are there, we have to write it. So return type, function name and arguments. So in function prototype also, return type, function name and arguments. But in function signature we will not put semicolon. In case of function prototype we have to write semicolon. So here are some examples. So int return type sum is a function, int a comma int b semicolon. So next int sum without parameters, so that is also correct, but semicolon is compulsory here. So void sum. Okay, int a comma int b, so void sum. So the purpose of function prototype, or when it is used is, like, say for example, you consider this program itself. Okay, see if I am writing a main function first, then afterwards if I am writing like sub function, so I will take out this. Okay. Okay. Now if I try to execute this program, let us see what error we will get it. See here we are getting one error. Okay, that error is type mismatch in redeclaration of LCM GCD. This is the error. Type mismatch in redeclaration of LCM GCD. So that means actually when we write the functions program by using functions, so what we have to do is like either first main function or sub function, or first sub function next main function. So however we want, we can write it, program will work. Okay, but in case of this particular thing, that is when we write first main function then the sub function, so compiler will ask us for to write prototype. So prototype in the sense, so we have to write this part, that is void return type, so function name, whatever the function we are writing in future. that is after the main function, whatever the function we are writing, that function name and parameters. Okay, so in this case we will not get any error. Okay, now I will compile. I will not run, I will compile first. See, errors and warnings are 0. And one more option we have, that is even though we don't write variables, it's okay, but at least data type we have to mention. Whatever the data type we are using for the variables in case of function definition, that we need to mention. So that this is nothing but function prototype. So whenever you write the programs by using functions, so just till we become perfect, we can keep writing the uh, comments, okay, wherever it is required. Function prototype, function call, calling function, called function, in that way. So this is nothing but function prototype. So definition is, function prototype is a declaration of a function which includes return type, okay, followed by the function name. So here LCM and GCD, followed by the arguments if necessary, that means if it is present. Okay, so this is the function prototype. And whenever we write sub functions after the main function, so function prototype is required. And in some cases, depending on the compiler, we may not get error, but it's a good practice to write function prototype if you are writing a sub function later. After the main function, if you are writing sub function, then it is a good practice to write the function prototype. Okay, so now in the other way also I will show you. Okay, so I will delete this line. Okay, I will not write function prototype, but what I do, I will bring this sub function on the top. You just observe here. So I will take out this. Okay, okay, first I will write the sub function, then main function is there. Okay, so in this case, compiler will not expect from us the function prototype. You just see the compilation, the errors and warnings are 0. No need of function prototype. Okay, so when we are writing sub function before the main function, prototype is not necessary. If you write also, it is not wrong, it will not give any error. But if you are writing main function first, then sub function, prototype is compulsory. Okay, I hope you people got about the function prototype. Okay.
Now, prototype in the sense you mean to say, uh, can you just re-explain about that? What exactly?
Yes, sir. It's like a declaration. So if you consider this particular program, like see, in the main, if you go for the main function, so we are using m and n variables in scanf statement plus in LCM GCD, right? So before we use this, variables, so what we do, we have to declare in the sense, like we are telling for the compiler these two variables we are using, and also we are telling for the compiler, that means in turn compiler will tell for the computer, that is the processor. So m and n will take integer values, and m and n occupies 2 bytes of memory each. So this much information it is necessary for the compiler, so only we have to declare this. So this is called as declaration part. Okay, similarly for functions also it is there, that concept is there, that means we have to declare the function. So to declare the function, what we have to do, either you write before the main function or after the main function. If I want to declare the function, so because this complete thing is a definition, that means where actual job is done. If you can consider the complete thing from void LCM GCD till the last closing brace, that is called definition in the sense where actual job is done. But if I want to declare this function, if I want to tell for the function, for the compiler, that I am using this function in a program, what we have to do is like take this function header. Okay, so just copy it and you paste it. Okay, and you have to put semicolon. Semicolon indicates it is a function prototype. Just like variable, how we declare in a main function or in sub function, this is called function declaration. Function declaration is nothing but the function prototype only. So you can call it as either a declaration or a prototype. What is it, sir?
Yeah, just an observation. The voice is getting distorted between this breaking of the voice, not continuous.
Is it for all? I don't know. Let me try with earphones. I am speaking directly.
Yeah, but I don't think so that's an issue. It's going pause and again appearing. It's like breaking in between.
So video and audio is not syncing, I think.
No, it's synchronization is one thing. The video is a bit slow. There's a latency in that, but the voice itself is breaking. That's what my observation, and also I can see in the chat here. You also commented on.
So is it for all? Oh, okay. Oh, I got one reply. Okay, let me try with earphones. Okay. So let me read one sentence. Function prototype is a declaration of a function which includes return type followed by the function name and arguments. The return type and arguments are optional. Is it fine now?
Yes,
Okay, fine.
so far it's good.
Okay. So I hope you people got about the function prototype. Once again, explain prototype. Okay, fine. I got reply. Okay. So Tejan is asking to explain me function prototype. Okay, let me explain. So function prototype is a declaration of a function which includes return type followed by the function name and arguments. So this definition actually, if you consider from half of the definition, like function which includes return type followed by the function name and arguments, and return type and arguments are optional. So if you consider this part of the sentence, it is already present in function signature. Okay. So in function signature also it includes return type followed by the function name and arguments if necessary, if there are, if it is required. Okay. You look at this particular example. If you look at the sum function, int sum parenthesis, this line is called as function signature. Okay. And the same line we can call it as function prototype when we put semicolon and if we write separately. Okay. So just look at the example here. Int sum, int a comma int b semicolon. So this particular line is called as function prototype.
Sorry to interrupt, Pradeep.
Is it breaking, sir?
Pradeep, it's again, yeah, it's breaking too much. It's increased in fact.
Okay. Is it a problem with weather, sir? It's raining heavily here.
I'm not sure. It could be probably.
Okay.
Could be probably because of that.
Okay, you people just take a screenshot for 2 minutes. Uh, Afterwards, I will start it again. So this screen, you take it screenshot. Okay. So let us continue. Okay. I think you people got about function prototype. Okay. So let me explain once again in editor because some of you are asking. So just explain in editor. See, like when you consider two functions, that is main function and the sub function. So if we are writing sub function uh, before or after, it doesn't matter. But if we are writing sub function before the main function, then no need of writing prototype. Okay, see if you look at this particular example. So LCM GCD is the sub function. So till here it is a sub function. So here I can write function.
Sir,
Ah, yes. Is it not clear?
sir,
Hello.
sir, your voice is not audible, sir. It is breaking.
Okay. Okay, I'll try restarting the router and once again we'll connect it. 2 minutes, you people wait.